So
I forgot how to do it too.
Isn't this the part where we talk about stuff?
Yeah, but you guys have to do way less at this part than I do. All you gotta do is touch your nose, and I gotta do all kinds of stuff.
I touched my nose.
Control,
yep.
I gotta switch the scenes. Lots of interesting parties.
You sound like Spooky over there.
Yeah,
working hard.
I don't think we're gonna get all these topics right.
We'll be okay. Whatever.
we have
talk about 4 weeks worth of shit in one show.
It's impossible.
Yeah, whatever.
No, fuck that. We gotta stretch this out for 4 weeks.
Damn.
We're gonna make a 4-hour show.
No. I'm saying.
I'll be back later. You guys handle it.
Let's just pretend that this is the week after final round. NCR never happened. We could pretend like we don't know the results of NCR yet.
Yeah, dude.
This is gonna work.
I got Tokido. God, he's gonna pull through this time.
I believe so. I think Martin's gonna be the upset. He's not gonna even make it out of pools.
Is he even coming to this country?
You know, first of all, my mouse cursor is completely invisible. What the fuck is up with that? Why is it that way? It's like completely invisible. That is weird.
Maybe it's
I feel like
setting
the show
on the
froze for me. Is the show working?
Honestly,
you didn't switch the scenes yet, right?
No, I didn't switch the scenes.
Okay.
Okay,
Then,
I'm switching.
Probably fine.
Mouse cursor. You guys see my mouse cursor?
Why would we see
shit?
it?
You can see it, but I can't see it.
Wait, why would we be able to see it?
I'm looking and it disappeared.
Oh, I see what he's saying now.
It disappeared.
This camera's never in the right.
Oh, it appeared again. You see? I'm telling you, I'm not tripping with my shoes off. There's something up with my mouse cursor. It's disappearing on me.
It's XSplit.
Maybe. I don't know. All right. Whatever. Okay. Wednesday. Thursday. It's Big Thursday. You guys are watching ATP Live. We're back. Final round was last weekend.
Yeah.
We're feeling healthy. Nobody got sick. The tournament ran on time. Nobody was upset. Yeah, plenty of space at the venue. The air conditioning was blowing cold. I needed a fucking scarf. I mean, they had 5 to 6 setups of Tekken FR there, which was
plenty
perfect.
for everyone.
Yeah, and there was a 5 o'clock free hot dog giveaway every day of the tournament. They just gave free hot dogs, and then the Dixie Chicks came over and fucked everybody. None of that shit happened at all. None of that
Dixie
shit
Chicks.
Yeah, I was like, I don't think we wanted that.
Final round was a big blow up. Okay, I'm gonna let you guys take it away. I'm gonna rest my voice. Rip, what do you think? Final round for you. I'll get to it too, but final round for you. How do you feel about the tournament? Go ahead.
I mean, I'm still sick from it, so I'm not happy about it.
Me
but
too.
The tournament itself.
Yeah, that's not the tournament's fault. Well, in a way it is, but go ahead.
Yeah. I mean, people were too cramped in there. Obviously, I mean, at the venue, the first day we had the AC problem. They brought in like a portable AC. In general, though, it was designed more for like spectators than players, I think is the consensus.
The tournament?
Yeah, like, there was these seats in the middle for all these people to sit and watch the big ass stage, but because there were so many damn seats there, the people who had to play Street Fighter and shit were all crammed together, one behind the other and shit. Like you couldn't even get out of your seat because someone was playing behind you or next to you or something, So it was like just a total clusterfuck in terms of space for the players themselves. So I think that was one of the biggest issues with the tournament in general. Other than that, the venue is too small. They've outgrown the capacity. Hopefully they'll change that in future years.
And the schedule.
Oh my God! I forgot about the goddamn.
It's been a few weeks. It's been like 3 weeks. That was the problem. I almost didn't want to talk about final round because I feel like I wouldn't do it justice. You
wouldn't shit. Way. You wouldn't shit on it hard enough.
I wouldn't do it enough injustice. Or whatever.
Yeah, dude. So yeah, the schedule. A lot of people didn't know when their pools were. And like the only way to find your pool was to go to the website, which would link you to a Facebook page, which would link you to the pools. Yeah. And it was like just such a roundabout way of finding out your pool. And then even once you got there, it was like you had to figure out the time schedule. Like, I'm in pool 68. They're doing 4 pools at a time starting at 8 a.m. Therefore, I'm in the 17th block of X, whatever. It's just such bullshit, dude. So, yeah, it was just not made for the players. That tournament was not run well for the players.
Yeah, I mean there are a lot. Okay, so there are a lot of aspects to look at it from. One story that I heard after the fact was that, you know how in Street Fighter the game, there's all this like advertisement in the packaging about like CPT points and events. Go to CapcomProTour.com, find out about this shit. So there were a lot of people that came to final round that were total noobs. Like, I heard a story of this guy who just came to final round. It was his first time ever at any tournament. He was there like with his dad or some shit. And because they didn't have the schedules set up or something, it ended up he got DQ'd because there was no way for him to find out what his pool was until like 4 a.m. the night before. And there were the morning of, and there were pools at 8 a.m. So the scheduling ended up really screwing some people over real hard. That those people, they don't necessarily know how it works. That you can't use the whole every tournament runs late. There was a lot of noobs. We're eating a lot of sports now, and a lot of people were probably really butthurt.
Oh yes.
And more butthurt than us. I mean, I caught the anthrax KKK flu and shit, and I'm sure there were people that were more butthurt because, we've been around. This isn't even my first final round. I was there last year, and even last year, people had a lot of the same complaints. So, Ricky, your experience, you were there as well.
The only good part about this tournament was when I actually got to sit down and play against another human being in the tournament. That was pretty much the only time where I was like, this is good. Because it's actually moving the tournament along and something's going to happen after this match is over.
Yeah.
It was terrible. I mean, the pool situation was shitty. I got lucky. My pool, I got moved in pools, but they only moved me from one pool to like one number. So my time didn't get fucked up. So I knew I was going to be late. Something just happened.
No, you're good.
Oh, okay. No, my
your pager?
Sure, why not? Anyways, oh man, it was whack though. I mean, the fact that the place was so cramped, in terms of just like, rough. I took that picture of Jabali in the pool, and I knew he was pissed because he's like, I'm watching him play his match, and I'm like, man, this guy's gonna walk by and bump him, and he bumped him like 7 times trying to get to his seat so he could play his match. And it's everyone's fault basically because it's like. Yes, he's trying to get there, but common courtesy would say it's a tournament, don't bump him. But he wants to get over there to play his tournament match. I mean, it was so shitty. And then you guys saw me after I'd lost in pools in Street Fighter, right?
Yeah.
I was like leaned up against the wall, and I looked like
escape. It looked like he was on punishment.
Dude.
We saw Rickstah, and he was in a corner. He was like scrunched up in a corner. There was no room for him to even move. It was. No, and the look on his face was like he was being tortured.
I was basically because I'm gonna be honest, right? Not everyone in the FGC is fucking slim and fit,
smells good.
Yeah, I'm in this corner in this wall, right? I can't leave. I literally cannot leave unless I would just if I were gonna unless I had to walk on people's heads. Yeah, I would hella interfere in the tournament. There's a big guy. Way bigger than most people to the right of me, right? And I'm thinking to myself,
everyone's bigger than most people. To you.
Yeah, but this guy was a problem.
Okay.
And the only reason why he was a problem was because I was thinking to myself, like, if this guy faints or something happens to him, I'm gonna die.
He just leans on the wall, you would have been toast.
He's gonna survive. And I'm gonna die because he would just crush me. And I'm thinking to myself, there's no way I can get out. Like, this is. It was so stupid, and the way the tournament organizers had to run it was like, okay, leave, go over there and wait by the wall. And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Who tells people that?
I heard a lot
wait by the wall.
With my own ears, I heard the tournament bracket runners really shitting on players. Like, you got 1 fucking minute, bitch, or I'm gonna DQ your dumb ass straight to hell. While the players had to wait like 4 fucking hours because they were running the pool so late. So I definitely, with my own ears, can say I heard shit like the bracket runners threatening the fucking guillotine on one end, while the other end they're making you wait, 4 hours for your pool. So there was stuff like that going on. The thing is, at this point, it's kind of like obviously the mistakes were made, and it's one of those situations. Mistakes were made, and the tournament, it still produced some pretty good quality matches, but a lot of things went wrong. And I think that in the future, they're going to have this, obviously FR is going to have this brain cloud over it until they solve this issue. I'm confident that they're going to solve this issue next year, but I mean, it's like anything else. You have a bad year, you get like this kind of tarnished reputation. It would happen to EVO too, or any tournament. If any tournament had a really bad year, it would get a tarnished reputation. That doesn't mean you can't polish that shit up. It just means that you fucked up one year. It's not that big of a deal. FR is still a big tournament. It just, this year definitely didn't live up to its, like, reputation. It has this reputation of being the second biggest tournament of the year. So, personally, there was a ton of blow-ups. For me, the one thing that was like the saving grace of final round this year was the people. I mean, seeing everybody there, talking to everybody there, the hype crowd, people talking shit, poke chop, no round brown, all that shit that goes on over there.
No round brown?
Yeah, Shin Blade, talking shit to fucking poke chop in Mortal Kombat, all that stuff. The people there are all really, really cool. The scene there is really cool. So the proof is in the pudding. Even if final round fucks everything up, the tournament can still be fun because of the people. That's what I still liked about the event as a whole. But, as far as logistically in every department, it was pretty rough. It was pretty rough in just about every department. So we'll see what happens next year. No big deal. We're not dead, right? We made it.
It's not over.
No, you guys are still struggling.
Yeah, I mean, that has nothing to do with the tournament. I mean,
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck happened, but we made it, I guess. I'm alive. My voice is going to get better soon, but whatever. So, okay, anything else FR related, or are we going to move on?
We could just talk about the tournament in general.
Oh, yeah, we didn't talk about that shit. But I guess we're going to talk about that, because since it's so long ago, the story has changed. But as far as Street Fighter, what the fuck happened?
It was the first big tournament, man. It was the first CPT premiere event for Street Fighter 5.
Mm-hmm. I haven't even watched the top 8. I only watched Grand Finals. Because the top 8 for Tekken 7 happened at the same time as the top 8 for Street Fighter 5. So I commentated half of Tekken 7 and Rip commentated the other half. We didn't get to watch it live. I only watched Grand Finals.
I actually did watch it all live, and then I came over to do the second half of Tekken 7.
Yeah, you got to see the whole thing. The scheduling was all fucked up.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I can't speak too much about that other than Grand Finals. And the story, thickens. But Infiltration, he kicked the shit out of Tokido at FR. I don't know. Anything else about FR before we go to NCR?
I mean, the Tekken tournament was the first stop of the Tekken tour. That got announced there.
Yeah, the Tekken tour got announced. A lot of money being thrown around. They had FR there. I only got to play it one fucking game.
Yep.
I didn't want to wait in line. I don't know. The only time I played is when we, cut in front of everybody.
Yeah.
So, anyway. The Tekken thing is a big deal. It's pretty cool. It's not quite as cool as a console release date or a console release, but it's still cool. People are going to get their hands on the game.
Yeah, people are taking it seriously.
At final round, didn't you interview Michael Murray or something? Like, was there anything interesting in that?
The funny thing is, it wasn't really an interview. I was talking to Markman. We were doing commentary. Michael Murray jumped on and replaced him. And at that time, I thought there was going to be a podcast the next day, right? It was supposed to be with Harada and Michael Murray. And so I was intentionally saving a lot of my questions for that. But it turned out that Harada ate some fucking Mexican food or some shit, and he had mud butt. So he couldn't even come downstairs for the entire Saturday. So that got canceled too. Harada got mud butt. I got the KKK virus. I mean, it was rough, But I did get some interesting information out of Michael Murray. It's on the YouTube channel, thanks to Lord No Pants. But
well, can you give us like the cliff notes? Because I haven't seen that yet.
I don't fucking remember anything about that shit. Not even a word. I don't remember anything. I do remember one part where I said, he brought up that, hey, Eris, I've heard you say this a lot, but Rise of the Incarnates has nothing to do with the delay in Tekken 7. And I was like, but wait a minute, didn't you work on Rise of the Incarnates? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, well, doesn't that mean at the very least you were not able to work on Tekken 7? And he's like, well, yeah, but blah, 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 blah. So basically, I don't really buy it. Personally, to me, there's no way Rise of the Incarnates didn't affect Tekken 7 in some way because it required a shitload of resources. It's not like they have a bottomless pit of money. That shit required a ton of developers, a ton of research, a ton of planning, and a bunch of other shit. So, you know, I don't know. Personally speaking, I don't buy it. But, you know, that's one of the things I remember in the conversation. I can't remember much else, though. He talked about a lot of stuff. He was so open. He always is, you know. He's always so open-minded and honest, you know. A little too honest half the time, so. But, yeah, FR, we got to see Akuma. I don't know. NorCal Regionals. I was, like, in the peak of my illness at that time. During NCR, I was super sick. I had just gotten the review copy of Dark Souls 3, and I knew that I couldn't play past a certain point, so that was bittersweet. But I did watch NCR, or they should just call it Clay Fighters 5 CR or something, because the only thing that mattered was fucking Street Fighter, right? Oliver took off his shirt again. We got to see his nipples. Yeah. He fucking whooped that guy's ass. What's his name? Smiley
Apology Man.
Apology Man.
He was down like 0-2, and then he took off the shirt, and Apology Man made this face. He's like,
nice nipples.
Dude, and then he got wrecked. Man, like, fell apart. When Oliver's nipples came out, it was over. It was fucking... He fell apart. And there was this moment where it was like, is Apology Man gonna take off his shirt too? And then you saw in his eyes, he didn't have the confidence, and it was over.
No, I don't think anyone can take off the shirt after Oliver unless like you have no regard.
He was on Deadliest Warrior. He's the Deadliest Warrior. You can't fuck with his nipples, dude. They'll fucking crush your spine and shit. Anyway, so that was the highlight of the Marvel tournament. Street Fighter was sick because of Marn, right? Yeah. Marn came out of nowhere. He beat like everybody. 801 Peru. He beat fucking everyone. It was crazy. He was just fucking everybody up. And he was just like doing weird behavior too and shit. It was good. Good quality entertainment.
Oh, we gotta talk about this then.
Go ahead.
For sure. The death pool.
Yeah.
He won it, right?
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure the concept of the death pool is something that
was a popular topic. You're right. Mm-hmm. The concept of the death pool. So go over it for me. I don't remember it.
So basically, anyone that signed up at the door, there was a 16th pool that had no one in it pre-reg. Everyone was in 15 pools. Anyone that signed up late would be put into the 16th.
No matter how good you are.
No matter how good you are, no matter how many people there are, everyone's in one pool. They told people that early on. They said, if you sign up late, that's where you go. No seating, nothing. So, I think they got like people, random seating.
How early did they?
I don't know. Oh, okay. I don't know. I'm pretty sure they announced it kind of early because people knew about it.
Yeah, people knew about it.
Okay.
So, there was I think there was issues with like sponsors, like how Filipino Champ thought he was already signed up for the tournament because of the sponsors, or like there was like even like a video or something saying like, oh, Filipino Champ's gonna be at NCR, so he thought he was already signed up, but he wasn't. Wow. So there was a lot of small things like that, but overall, I thought it was a huge success. I thought it did its job perfectly.
I think it'll do its job even more perfectly next time. Now that people know about the concept, it did its job kind of well, in my opinion, right? Kind of well, but it'll do its job better. I feel like this was like a warning shot to motherfuckers in the fighting game scene. I feel like this was like, all right, this is a Pro Tour event, and this is how we're running it. Next time, you better pre-register or you're fucking toast. Basically, the on-site registration is something that tournaments have done as a courtesy to the players. But everyone knows that tournaments push you to register early as possible. That's why they give you a price break so early. They want you to register early. So at this point, basically, what tournaments are telling you is it's come to the point where we really need to start driving the point home that we don't want on-site registration. So we're going to fuck the players as hard as we can, so next time they register early. That's how I see it, and if that's how it works, if this is the design and it goes according to plan, it's a good idea. If it doesn't, which potentially it could, it's going to fuck up a lot of tournaments. Because this kind of fucks up the tournament. 120-man pool filled with everyone, including stoners and people that forgot, and sponsored players and last-minute out-of-town players, you know. It's kind of rough. But my perspective on it is I agree people should plan ahead. Especially, I mean, how hard is it to just double-check? You're flying there, right? Just double-check that you entered, you know? I don't know. That's how I see it. Players should be responsible, more responsible. I don't know. What do you think, Rip?
I think that it was super entertaining. I think that it was, basically super entertaining. And that was basically much it. I feel like as a CPT event, like, it's total bullshit, like, for the players. Like, I think, like, ranking point-wise, like, the tournament validity, like, that whole, it just fucks up the entire thing. So I'm like, these guys are playing for points this entire season, and none of this is, all this is going to get fucked up just because you signed up late. Like, if I paid $300 for late registration, why do I also get fucked up in terms of the tournament? You know what I mean? Like, I think that was, like, super effed up for that CPT. If this was just a normal, whatever, bootleg final round tournament, whatever, or I guess that's CPT now too. But if it's something like
bootleg final round tournament,
if it was like Wednesday night fights or something, right?
Here's the problem though. Late registrations turn this shit into a bootleg final round. That's the reason why final round happened like that. What it did.
So my thing is, like, if you want the tournament to be legit, no late registration. Like, if you want the players to be, if you want the players to be,
if you do it that way, you have a worse tournament because those 120 people that were in that pool wouldn't have been. Who
gives a fuck?
No, nothing.
I mean, you're talking about wanting players to be responsible. That's the way you make them responsible. You just say, hey, you didn't sign up. You're not in the fucking tournament.
The problem is the tournament itself would lose so much money that they can't do it themselves. That's why they opened up late registration, because they can't even afford to say no late registration. That's what it is. The tournament can't even afford it.
I disagree with that, and I think that we're big enough now that we can't afford it.
I don't know. I mean, why else would they do it? They fuck themselves over. They shoot themselves in the foot. And, I mean, obviously they're doing it because they need the money. 120 players, 120 entrants in terms of registration fee. That's a lot.
And, like, I don't mind it for all the other games that don't have, like, the CPT point structure, etc. Like, I think it's still entertaining to watch. I think that, it lets people enter and be dumbasses, whatever. But in general, like, with something like CPT, or even if, like, the Tekken Tour is more designed like the CPT, I wouldn't want to see that happening.
If you consider all parties, I don't see a better solution.
I think no on-site.
Consider all parties.
Wait. Does Evo do on-site?
No.
Yeah, so fuck it, dude. Everyone be like Evo. Shit, that's the standard.
That's not a bad idea, but why is it that they don't? It's not like no one ever thought of this. Like, wait a minute, let's just stop doing on-site registration. Obviously, there's a reason. I suspect it's because of the 120 times the fucking venue fee that they're making. 120 times the venue fee is...
Where are you getting this 120 number, by the way?
Hey, Mr. Wizard said that Evo has on-site, by the way.
Hold on, one thing at a time. The place I got the 120 number from is what you guys said was the number of people in the death pool.
No, it was like 48.
There was something like 52 or something, I heard.
Yeah,
I'm only going by the number Rip said. That's all. That was my guess.
So I didn't say that number.
No one said 100.
No, I didn't. You said that number.
You said that number.
Well,
I don't know where you got the
120 people. Who gives a shit? The point is still valid. There's a lot of people that entered last minute. Why would they allow it unless they wanted that money? Why do they allow it? You tell me. Why do they allow it?
I don't disagree. I don't think anyone disagrees with that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's no other reason for them to allow it other than the fact that they want the money. So, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what else to say. Anyway, the next topic was, you said Evo does allow late on-site registration.
Wizard in the chat just said that they do allow it, but it's like $400.
There you go.
There have definitely been cases where I've seen some random no-face killer somehow replace Mr. Wizard on a Soul Calibur bracket.
Didn't JDCR enter the day
As
of?
JC Gallo or something.
No,
yeah, he entered the day of and won the tournament.
Gallo won the tournament on the bracket.
Yeah, but not on the screen.
Just Frame James, I know, had to S some D's to get into one of these tournaments.
Look,
I don't know.
The tournament has to at least allow people to enter the day of, no matter what. There are always going to be exceptions. I mean, what are you going to do? Not let JDCR enter Tekken, or not let, these number one? I don't know. I mean, it's better for everyone, except for just like the principle of it.
If that fool is playing to qualify for a $100,000 tournament, then he better fucking learn to sign up on a website.
Yeah, I agree with you on the streets, but I don't agree with you if I consider the consequences of that kind of attitude. You end up with no tournament. You end up with no fun. You end up with nothing.
I think if nobody
from having that attitude, what's the reward from having that stance for you? There's no reward.
Tournament legitimacy? Is that what I'm saying?
See what I mean? And you say it in a question mark form, because there's no fucking reward there. You barely even know what you get.
It's a reward for the tournament, but it's not a reward for tournament organizers.
I mean, there's no reward at all. Having that hard-ass attitude of like, learn to fucking do it beforehand, asshole. Where's the reward of taking that stance? There is none. The viewers lose, the players lose, the strength of the tournament loses, everyone loses. There's no win except for, I'm fucking putting my foot down. This is the way it should be. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's not a good reward if you ask me. So I don't think it's the way it should be, because it's not a good reward. It's not going to work.
So we should just fuck up the tournament legitimacy.
Well, how much? That's what I'm saying. It's a double-edged sword, and I think the quote-unquote fucked up legitimacy is way better. Look at NCR. I mean, it ended up way better than if all of those people in that death pool didn't enter. The way I see it. So that's,
I mean, the definitely there's the legitimacy or whatever. It's better the way NCR did it than not having late registrations. Just because think about it like this. Now Marn, just in the fact that he made it out of there, it was already a story. Then he makes top 8. That was the crazy part too, but it's like the whole idea of the death pool to me is perfect, just because, it's gonna punish the people that sign up late, sure. And it doesn't give top players, privilege, the top player privilege or whatever. They're, Filipino champ got the same treatment as Punko, got the same treatment as random Joe from the street that signed up late, So it's to me, it's the legitimacy is fine. It didn't fuck with it at all, in my opinion.
It fucks with it a little bit.
I mean, totally
does.
A
little bit, yeah.
Anyone who has CPT points should have been seeded, right?
Yeah, but here's the thing though. As a tournament organizer, if you were gonna say, okay, because Mago should have been number 3 in the seeds then, right? Mm-hmm. But he signed up late. Now you have to shift everyone from third place down one spot, and you know how much that fucks up all brackets.
But basically, that's what I'm saying. In the end, that fucks it up. But the other way fucks it up even more, because Mago's not even in the tournament. So either way, you're fucking up the tournament in some way. But at least we get to watch the players play if they're in. We don't want them to be out. We don't want Mago at NCR but not allowed to play. That sucks. Yeah. It would just be terrible.
I think if it was called like a last chance qualifier, I'd probably be more okay with it for some reason.
A last chance qualifier, sure.
That's essentially what it was.
That is what it was.
That's what they should call it then. Whatever. I mean, whatever you want to call it, fine. I like that idea. In fact,
I like calling it the death pool just because it sounds more deadly.
But then it feels like normal death pool.
Yeah, it's not a normal death pool, because normal death pools, especially at Evo, were just like that happened naturally. You just got fucked up and put into a fucked up pool. That's just how it happened.
Well, anyway, so Marn did super well at that tournament. He ended up, making top 8. I think he got 4th or something, or maybe 3rd. I don't remember. No, Justin Wong got 3rd. Oh, another big kind of thing that has come up because of NCR is, so Justin was playing against Mago, and he was pushing his shit in, and that was a Karen versus
Karen. If you
was
talk
it a
about
mirror?
Mago. If you're talking about
I'm talking about Tokido. Sorry, not Mego.
Yeah,
I was talking. Mego is a part of the equation though. So Justin was about to beat Tokido. He was up 2 games. Magoo came up. He whispered some sweet nothings into Tokido's ear, and everything turns around. And he comes all the way back and beats fucking Justin.
Justin had a pretty big drop, though. I think that cost him the entire set.
You're right.
Momentum drop.
And it was a huge momentum. That could have been what cost him the entire set, sure. But I don't know. I don't know that for a fact. I don't know what the advice was. All I know is that a lot of people were like, coaching, boo. And then at yesterday's Wednesday night fights, it was like a joke. It became like a dank May, right? Everyone had like fucking a bunch of random Mexican dudes behind them, and it was just like some posse shit going on, right?
It looked like a broken rap video.
Yeah, it was weird, right? It was weird. So a big topic is, should there or shouldn't there be coaching, right? The way I see it is, my stance is 2 perspectives. First of all, UFC or boxing or whatever always have a coach screaming, hey, go for the knee. Hey, step on his fucking foot. Hey, watch out for the armbar. So they always have a coach. And that's a single person sport. It's not like a team sport. It's a single person sport. Furthermore, we're not esports enough in the fighting game scene to have those soundproof boxes, right? So no matter what, the crowd is going to be audible. And if your quote-unquote coach doesn't want or isn't allowed to give you the advice from your ear, he's going to give you the advice anyway from 10 feet behind you. He's going to say, hey, that shit's unsafe, bro. There's the fucking coaching. So basically my point is, we're not even close to being esports enough to ban coaching, because no matter what, you can't ban the crowd. The crowd is always going to be the noisy fucking coach. So if you're gonna have the crowd that you can hear, you gotta allow coaching. It kind of simplifies it so you can get a coach. Now the question is, how many fucking coaches? at a tournament like Wednesday Night Fights, who cares, right? I don't really give a shit. But at a real tournament, 1 fucking coach, no switching out a bench warmer or let me get this other coach or none of that. You get 1 fucking coach and you have to say, this is my coach for top 8. End of story. That's my stance on it. Another thing that my buddy Jam Master John brought up is cell phones. Should cell phones be allowed mid-round, mid-match? Or is this going to be like the SATs? You better know everything you know when you walk into the testing room, and that's it. No fucking cell phones, no fucking nothing. So that one, I don't know if I have a stance on that. I could kind of get down with that.
With no cell phones?
No cell phones.
That's really interesting.
I honestly never thought about that, but I always thought it was like, just the fact that infiltration would take years just looking at his cell phone.
It's fucking bullshit.
I really was just like, when I saw him do that, I'm like, man, that's really fucked up.
Let me pass every fucking test ever real quick. Let me become an architect overnight. I could become an architect if I could take my cell phone in for the test.
Hold on a second. It doesn't Hearthstone or something like that allow you to take notes and shit?
I don't know. I'm not a Hearthstone fan. You tell me.
Well, the idea with Hearthstone is that you take notes to write down the opponent's cards or whatever, because there's a chance you're gonna play against that deck again, something like that.
Yeah.
Or for you to write down the cards you play, whatever.
I mean, that's like, imagine if we but they have like a time for that or some shit, I assume, right? It's not like you got like 30 minutes to fucking take your notes and shit.
Yeah.
Don't ask me.
Right? I'm saying, imagine if that was in tournament, like, like between matches, I'm like, hold on, this motherfucker jumps in after I do this. This motherfucker does that.
There's already a 1-minute rule, right? At least
is there?
At Evo, I think it's a 1-minute pause. Like, you can ask for a timeout and it's 1 minute. I think. I don't remember, but I remember hearing some shit like that. So, I don't know. I mean, personally, I don't love the idea. I don't love the idea of being able to pull out your phone and look up frame data or, any of that. I don't love the idea. And I think that we are esports enough to police that. We're not esports enough to have soundproof boxes, but we are esports enough to say, hey, look, you're fucking cheating, bro. You should have looked that shit up before, last night or whatever. And between fights when you're not sitting in the fucking chair, sure, you can look it up. But if you're sitting in the chair, you can't look it up mid-fight. You can't get fucked up by a move and then be like, uh-oh, let me just look this one up. I don't know.
I feel like that's the same as coaching, though, man. It's like, what's the difference between me looking at a phone and telling me, and like me having a coach that looks at his phone and tells me?
Except the difference is we can police one, we can't police the other. The no coaching, he's just going to step 10 feet back and start yelling. But the cell phone isn't going to step 10 feet back and start giving you information from 10 feet behind you. Obviously, that's the difference. The cell phone, we can police. But we're not esports enough to police the coaching.
But I could give my cell phone to Ricky and be like, motherfucker, yell at me from 10 feet away.
That's exactly what you should do, because that's the way you can make things like that happen. That's exactly how you can get around it. We don't have soundproof booths. That's what I'm saying. You can't ban coaching, but you could ban cell phones. I don't know. I mean, that's just my stance on it. Either way, they're not going to ban cell phones. Who gives a fuck, right? Whatever.
I don't know, man. Let's start a movement, dog. No more cell phones.
Even in like League of Legends and shit, like they don't ever use cell phones between matches and shit. I don't think. I've never seen it.
They have a coach that's on the mic with them, behind them.
No, they don't.
Yeah, I mean they do.
Yeah, they do. I
sometimes.
watched it recently.
No, but during a game they never have a coach.
Yeah, not during the actual.
Only
game.
Between games.
Only between games.
Okay. Well,
but between games they have like 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. So they're writing down, they're taking notes, they're doing all this other shit anyway.
What about Counter-Strike Go?
That one I'm not sure of. I think they might have a coach.
I was watching the MLG, and it looked like there was a guy behind the players talking to them while they were playing, but I'm not 100%. It might be between matches too.
I think Counter-Strike might allow a coach. I'm not positive yet.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, in the end, it really boils down to, let's at least make some rules. You don't have to ban it, but let's fucking make some structure, one coach or whatever,
I know for sure that the CPT thing, they say one coach.
But,
they allow one coach.
Okay, here's how I see it. If you say one coach, that coach has to come up and fucking sit next to you the whole time, no matter what. You can't have some assist Magoo jump in and go, hey man, this is how you beat Justin Wong, I'll see you later, and then he gets off the stage. That's fucked up, man. That means anyone could have done that, and the guy needs to be your fucking coach. It needs to be official, like he sits there and he's your coach, So that's how I see it. I don't like this fucking like audible mid-game, mid-fucking fight, pull out your cell phone and figure out how to be an architect, or some dude comes up and gives you advice. Coaching can be cool. Let's let it happen, but I don't know. Just let's make some rules. Let's make some structure. This shit's fucking anarchy right now. So whatever.
Agreed.
It's crazy. I never thought about it until the cell phone thing is super interesting to me.
Yeah, get rid of the cell phones, man. Because the apps are getting real good now. Like, there's some apps where you just click the move and then it shows Chun-Li doing the move, and it shows like the hitboxes and shit. It's like, total cheating. There's no fucking way they would allow that in anything else, right? No other fucking sport allows that kind of shit, does it? Can you do that?
I feel like they do that shit in baseball, though, right? Like, isn't that all they're doing and shit?
I don't know.
They got, like, iPads, they're looking up, like, this motherfucker's batting average is 200% against lefties. Put in a lefties a pitcher or some shit,
Well,
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe that's a part of the strategy of the game, right? I mean, they also allow you to review a play and decide whether, like, I want you to review the video and then judge that. There's all kinds of fucking crazy rules in other sports that are really specific to the sport. I don't know.
For this, it's like the closest thing we have to like comparing it to is like other esports, But
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. I didn't look at baseball.
But it's like, every game is specific in their own thing. Like I know StarCraft, they put one guy in a booth by himself. He's by himself. That's it. Yeah. No coach, no nothing, right? But in like League of Legends, you got 5 people in the booth, and then the coach sometimes. Counter-Strike, you got 5 people, 4, I don't know how many, but the coach is in there during the game. It's crazy. I don't know what the hell. Like, there's no comparison, especially because we got motherfuckers yelling from the crowd all the time.
That's another thing. The fighting game scene has a pretty rowdy crowd. I feel also rebellious in most ways, in most departments.
I feel like then if we were to compare ourselves to anything, it'd be like fucking boxing or MMA.
That's why I said. That's exactly why I said in boxing or MMA, they always have some loudmouth fucking Portuguese or some shit going on, right? They're always yelling in some crazy language. Hey, watch out for the fucking armbar, asshole. And they say whatever they want. You can hear them. They say curse words. They say fuck this and fuck that. So, I don't know. I mean, if you compare it to MMA, they got coaches. So I'm down with coaches. The MMA fighters are also not in soundproof booths, just like fighting game players.
Oh, that'd be really gross. Two dudes fighting in a soundproof.
That shit gets all steamy. You can only watch for 2 rounds before it gets all fogged up and there's 69ing in there. Yikes.
Cameraman is like wiping into shit.
They're writing the names.
Yeah. All right. Well, anyway, okay, so we covered all kinds of shit just talking about final round and NCR. What else? Did we forget anything?
There was something else at final round too, or at NCR.
Infiltration one again with Nash. Everyone was saying Nash is weak.
It was crazy.
I've never seen Tokido get his shit pushed in like that before in my life.
Yeah, I thought Infiltration fucked him up way harder at NCR.
Yeah, it got even worse.
Yeah, it was like Tokido did some studying and Infiltration did way more. It was like, Jesus, it was rough.
2 cell phones.
What do you guys think about the new CPT rule? Because now Infiltration's won 2 premier events.
Yeah.
And it doesn't get passed on. Tokido's gotten second at both events.
Yeah, but I think the way it works is the points carry you in, right?
I'm not sure exactly where the spot goes. Like,
it goes to the highest amount of points.
Point getters?
Later though.
Yeah.
It's like there's no guaranteed spot given out to anybody at that.
No.
Like at NCR, even though it's a premier event, like Infiltration won again. So now nobody gets a guaranteed spot.
That spot is gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They made that rule because last year people complained because it ended up trickling down to 3rd or 4th place or 5th place. Mm-hmm. And they didn't want to give away a spot to someone who got 5th place because based on bracket, almost any old schmohawk could get 5th place. You know, it doesn't quite deserve a spot in the most prestigious tournament of the year, is what most people's thoughts, I assume. So they changed it. You know, that's the logic, I think.
I feel like there could be some sort of collusion going on there.
Oh, yeah. Either way.
Either way, there's collusion.
There's hella collusion.
There could be collusion.
Oh, yeah. There's no way
Unless
to prevent
Infiltration just wins them all, then there's no collusion.
That would be so sick. I hope that happens now, because I would prefer a system where it's like it trickles down to like top 3 or 4, and then after that, you know, it's just points. You
or
know, like,
top 3. I think top 3 are always unique among top 8. It's top 8 and then top 3. Right?
Right.
That's how I've always
what you're trying to say. Yeah.
But I don't know. It's like, you know, there's a few guys that got in last year where you're just like, why are they there? How did he get in? What event did he win? You find out he got 3rd at some event. You know, it's like, oh, cool.
It's better than them giving it away to an online tournament winner, if you ask me. Online tournament winners, I don't like them getting any kind of offline love. Winning an online tournament, I'm not all about you making it to CPT with that, or like any bullshit like that. I've never been down with that. Remember the Tekken 6 national tournament where fucking JT made like $8,000 and Chet Chetty won the tournament and he made like $6,000? Yeah. I mean, it was fucked up. And JT won an online tournament to get there. So, you know, online tournaments are trash, if you ask me. Online tournaments are trash. I mean, no matter how good the netcode is, fuck that. I don't like it. It's not about netcode. It's about, you know, it just becomes, what about rules in online tournaments? Dude, they're playing for $100,000 online. How many coaches is he allowed? He's got his whole fucking family tree behind him. They're all feeding him stuff. How could you have anything to say about coaching and support online tournaments? How could you have anything to say about anything like that? Online tournaments are fucked up. They're garbage.
The rules just be that you allow it then, man. I mean, because you have to, right?
Yeah, well, I know, but think about, okay, yeah, it's allowed. It's currently going on, and that's the way it is. But I'm talking about liking it. I don't like online tournaments because all this integrity we talk about is flushed all the way down the toilet. Everything about coaching we talked about, it doesn't apply. There's this new entity called the internet that's interfering with the integrity as well. So you're introducing all these foreign things to the tournament, yet at the same time, you're treating it as though it's an offline tournament by giving them points, giving them spots to offline tournaments. I just don't like it. I've never liked it.
I don't know the actual rules, but I don't think that they've announced that they're giving away spots from online tournaments. I heard, as far as I know,
I'm not talking about anyone specifically. I'm just talking about what I've seen in the past. ESL, they have done that multiple times.
But
based on your performance.
I thought they've done it where you perform an online tournament to go to an offline tournament.
That's what I'm talking about.
And I think CPT is doing the same thing, though.
Yeah, I don't support it. Either way, no matter who does that, I think it's not something that is smart.
But
online tournament should give you a spot for another online tournament. They shouldn't mix the two. Online is online, offline is offline. They're separate.
But you still have to prove yourself offline.
No, but
like it's not like you get a guaranteed anything out of it. Like no one.
Yeah, you do. A lot of those guys made money just for getting there.
Oh,
and
money,
it was a matter of yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I mean, you shouldn't. I don't think they should mix the two. Have an online tournament, fine. Have it for money, fine. But mixing online and offline, like qualifying for something from an online tournament, that's not for me. I don't like it.
What you laughing about, Rick?
If you were in the chat saying old man logic, and I'm like, man, this is like it almost sounds like interracial dating and stuff.
Yeah, Eric's liking it.
Oh man, no daughter of mine is going to an online tournament.
Online,
no. I didn't raise you to play in no online tournaments. Go to your room. Fuck that, man. No way, no fucking way. All right? No way. What are they fucking teaching you in school?
Mm-hmm.
For Christ's sake. Anyway. Yeah, I don't like online tournaments. It's fucked up, man. All this conversation we have about rules, they don't even apply. Mm-hmm. I don't like that. What's the point?
I mean, we can't even make rules for offline, dude. Who cares?
Yeah, basically in the end, it really boils down to who gives a shit. I don't lose any fucking sleep about any of this trash we talked about at all. Any of this shit we talked about, I don't give a fuck about any of it. So that's how I feel about it in the end. Go ahead, fucking coaches, give him 10 coaches, Chris Tarian and everyone he knows. Who gives a shit? Whatever. Fuck it. Next topic.
Online tournaments, ESL. Did they announce that it's going to be PS4 and Xbox One now?
I don't think so, but it could be.
I saw some kind of Mortal Kombat Challenger shit or something.
I'm pretty sure it's on PS4.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they switched from Xbox to PS4.
I saw both.
Oh, maybe. I don't know.
If they switched, that's shocking to me because I thought that it was a Microsoft marriage with ESL.
Right, that's why I'm surprised.
I don't know. Anyway, on the topic of Moron Combat, ESL announced a fucking $1 billion in prizes, and Sonic Fox, I think, has already won a part of it. He won some online tournament already, so that was like yesterday.
He's gonna keep winning.
Yeah, man.
Pretty good.
Moron Combat is fucking bumping. If you got a dragon tattoo, there's shitloads of money to win. That's for sure.
And and you have a chance to get second place at every tournament.
Mm-hmm. It's like you're Tokido and he's Infiltration. Okay, so more on Combat. It's kicking. All the Yomi boys are talking shit. Lord Brady's back. He's streaming all the time. Super entertaining as always. Ice Cologne and shit. Killer Bitch Think came out on PC. To me, it's a fucking, like, fucking came out flat. It's a flat tire. Because I have to get Windows 10 for that shit. I don't know about you guys, but I'm very disappointed. I don't want Windows 10, and even if Windows 10 is good, I'm definitely not going to get it if I have to get it for Killer Bitch Thing. So, I don't know. I'm not going to get Windows 10. Fuck that.
I'm, like, interested in Killer Instinct Season 3, and it has cross-buy, so, like, and I have an Xbox One, so I feel like if I buy it eventually one day, if I ever get Windows 10, I can play it on PC, but I really just wanted to play it on PC, and I didn't want to use my Xbox One anymore.
Fuck the Xbox One,
right.
Man. I don't even know where mine is.
Right, and so basically, like, Windows 10, like, I don't want to upgrade right now, man. So it's like,
me either.
I'm not playing KI Season 3 because of it, basically.
That's exactly where I'm sitting, too. So,
yeah,
and I mean, sorry to interrupt, Ricky. But
no, go ahead.
Let me just say that, there's a shitload of fucking 2D games out right now that I could play. There's Clay Fighters 5. Everyone cares about it. It's brand new. There's Moron Combat, which I already own on my PS4 that I already kind of know how to play. And then there's Killer Bitch Think, where I have to jump through flaming hoops to learn how to use fucking Windows 10 and then learn how to play against Tusk and fucking Joey Jojo and all this shit. So, I mean, for me, there's only really so much room in my life for 2D fighting games. And there are better options for me right now. So I'm all about Clay Fighters at the moment. If it wasn't Clay Fighters, I would be popping in more on Combat every now and then, but I haven't been. So anyway, go ahead, Ricky. You were about to say?
No, well, I always feel like for Killer Instinct, there's always been some sort of obstacle for me to play that game.
Yeah.
You know, it was Xbox One, and then season two came out. I'm like, still not gonna buy an Xbox One, and then I'm like hearing it's on PC. I'm like, sick. I'll finally get a chance to play it, but it's gonna be on Windows 10, and I want to
Yeah,
get it
man.
now. You know, it's like I'm already uninterested in a game that I had no interest in.
Yeah, it's like they're making it real hard. You know, they're making it real hard when other I mean, look at Street Fighter or Clay Fighters or whatever the fuck it's called. They're making it as easy as possible. It's on PC, it's on PS4. You know, it's like just fucking buy it on one of those and play it. It's real simple. But Killer Bitch Stink, it's like they almost don't want me to play it. You know, it's always been trouble. I agree with you. It's always been
That's
an
how,
issue.
and that's how Pokken feels to me as well.
I'm sure we'll get to fucking Pokken, but what else? Okay, Killer Bitch Stink, that came out. People are excited about it. They announced some new shit for KOF. They kind of leaked the whole roster, I heard.
Yeah, someone. I think the entire character selection got leaked.
Whoa.
Honestly, yeah. As stupid as KOF looks, the fact that they put characters like Geese Howard, in the game. Yamazaki's not in the game though, huh?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't see.
I didn't see him either, but I like some of the characters, so I'm more interested in it now, and hopefully it doesn't make me use Windows 10. So, I'm more interested in it. I'm more interested in that than I am in other shit that's not out, right? So, what about Pokken? That came out, and I don't give a shit about it. How about you guys?
I've got
Nobody
it sitting
gives a
in a
shit?
box.
Aren't
It's
you
in a
like
box.
the world champion?
I am a champion. This is a fact. But
champion? Wait a minute. I thought you were the champion.
I'm a champion, man.
So now there's more champions than you?
There technically isn't anyone else with a Pokken trophy that says champion on it. So technically, I'm still the champion.
Okay. But who are you talking about?
So whoever the hell won final round, because I don't know who that guy is.
Oh, okay.
Wasn't that the Japanese guy Goichi?
I heard he wasn't. I think he got second.
Oh, okay, whatever.
Or maybe he did win. I don't know.
Look, I don't give a shit about Pokken. Is there anything cool to talk about that game?
They were like infinites and shit, and they're patching it. So the game is getting patched. The assists some of them were effed up. They're patching that too. So I thought that the game wasn't going to get any support post-launch, but it seems like because they had infinites and shit that it's getting patched.
Whatever.
I mean, there are people out. I mean, the game gets a decent amount of players at Wednesday Night Fights.
It does.
Which is, considering you have Mortal Kombat there too, getting no participants. I mean,
man,
yeah,
Pokken
is
weird?
popping.
I think that it's odd that Mortal Kombat in SoCal became dead, right? Mortal Kombat 9 had a lot of life in SoCal. Injustice
had a lot of
life in SoCal. Even after players like us three stopped playing Injustice, there was still a lot of life in SoCal. So
didn't like those guys move to Atlanta and shit?
A lot of them did, I think. And I think Super Arcade closing is also something that used to bring everyone together. Probably a lot of factors. It's just a little surprising that the scene in SoCal,
yeah, completely died.
not that strong. Yeah, it's down to nothing.
the game's only been out. I mean, you have
Less
to
than a year.
Yeah, you have to give. The game has been out for a year. Holy shit!
Yeah, only 1 year.
Not even yet.
And
like
they fixed the netcode. Maybe it's a matter of too little, too late.
It's way too late, man. The netcode is super late.
I mean, that's what it feels like for Killer Instinct at this point too. It's like
too little, too late.
Yeah.
PC is not enough, especially if you're gonna make us fucking do all kinds of weird shit. Oh man, Windows 10 sounds like a nightmare to me. I don't want to fuck with that at all.
Has anyone in the chat? Is there a way to get Killer Instinct Season 3 on PC on Windows before 10?
I'm sure you have to pirate it, and you won't be able to play online.
They've got to be able to fix that.
Well, what's the point
Come on,
of
you
them
pirates.
putting it on Windows 10 only if you can just get it on Windows 95? There's
I don't
no
know,
way.
man. Oh, no. Well, I know the reason is something about DirectX. Like, Windows 10 requires DirectX whatever, some shit. Right, and so I'm saying there's got to be a way for someone to make some kind of DirectX emulator or some shit
That's fucking
to run that
bullshit
shit on
that
previous
that's the
Windows.
reason.
that sounds like
bullshit that's the reason. That sounds like Microsoft going, all right, the Xbox One is trash. Let's fuck people over some more. What the fuck is that? That's like a arbitrary decision. They could put DirectX support on an old version of Windows. They just don't want to.
man. Everyone's telling us like we need to stop being old and just upgrade.
No way, man. Fuck that, dude. There's no way.
Have you guys read the fucking terms of service and shit and the license agreement for Windows 10?
I don't know.
If you all you needed to upgrade it, you guys need to go read some shit.
Yeah. Yeah, every time I try to fucking turn on my computer, this thing is forcing that shit down my throat like a damn fucking telemarketer. I know it's bad news. I know it's bad news because of the way it's pushing it on me. It doesn't even let you say no. It says, like, talk to me later or some shit. Fucking asshole. Why don't you give me a no answer?
So true.
Ask me in 15 minutes. I'm interested, but ask me later. That's the option? I'm interested, but ask me later? Fucking stupid, man. I'm out. So, okay, whatever. PC, who gives a shit? Pokken, who gives a shit? Clay Fighters, Alex came out. I've been, I have a lot of practice against Alex. I've played a lot of fucking random Alex players here and there. And, I think the character looks fucking terrible. One of the ugliest characters in any game in years. I mean, it's really ugly. Legs are on backwards, banana peels for sideburns, large order of fries up top. One of his alternate costumes, he's wearing his girlfriend's yoga pants. I mean, it's like, it's bad fucking news for Alex. Things have gone downhill since Third Strike. So, or since Tatsunoko versus Capcom, which is the last time we saw him, where his legs were not backwards. So, I don't know. I think that it doesn't matter to me that much how viable of a character Alex is in terms of the game system. But as far as aesthetically, I think he's fucking atrocious. Fire the guy that made that shit allowed.
If he's the same guy that did the alternate Ken outfit.
Oh my god.
Dude, it's like Ken has brown eyebrows. What's that about? Ken is fucking butt ugly.
Man, there have been like so many just like random pictures. Like there's a picture of like how they were showing like the evolution of Ken and Ryu, right? And like Ken and Ryu are bumping fists, from like Street Fighter 1 all the way to Street Fighter 5, and the Street Fighter 5 one just puts that butt ugly alternate Ken right there, and it's like, what the fuck happened?
Dude,
Ken?
have you guys ever heard of a fighting game that gets ridiculed the way Street Fighter 5 does? It really feels like every time they put out something, people shit on it. Maybe that's why they didn't put out a trailer for Alex. They were like, you know what? Everyone just shits in our mouth. Every time we open it, we're just zipping that shit up this time. You can't shit in our mouth if we don't open it.
I mean, maybe his arms were backwards and shit before they got to make the trailer. They had to
some
fix
time
it,
to put his legs on. They scrambled. They're like, fucking couple days left in March. We better screw his legs on quick and fucking deal with it later. That shit is crazy, man. That shit is crazy. He looks like an idiot. Who made that character? Come on, man. Whoever made that character should get the axe. Get rid of him. That character is fucking stupid looking. And Ken's alternate? How is this shit happening? That's what I want to know. How is this possible? Someone is like, all right, you nailed it. You got the eyebrows just right. Book it. Let's make it happen. Who the fuck is that guy?
Combo Feed?
Who is that guy? Is it Combo Feed? What the hell? He's like, all right, good shit. Eyebrows look perfect. Let's do some more curly fries and some banana peels, and we're good to go. I mean, I'm telling you, man, I can't wait to see what kind of food Guile is going to be made out of.
Oh, God.
It's going to be awesome. Elbow macaroni, fucking Cheez-Its. Who knows?
Dude, Guile's going to have curly hair. Oh.
Lasagna. The potential is limitless. We have no idea what kind
they just watched the Twitch cooking channel, and it's like,
exactly.
Got it. That's Guile.
I'm telling you, man.
They just put
I
Guile
can't
in
wait
the
to
oven.
see what they have in store at this point. Jesus Christ. So, okay, whatever. Killer bitch thing. What else can we talk shit about? We've been gone for so long. There's all kinds of stuff to talk shit about.
What just happened?
What happened, man?
NCR. Oh, yeah, the Portland tournament. I mean, the Wizard World tournament.
St. Louis, yeah.
St. Louis,
yeah.
I didn't catch much of it.
Yeah, I mean, it was a tournament. Tekken 7. It's part of the Tekken Tour.
Yeah.
Brawl Pro took first place.
You got second. I did catch that part.
And who got third? Rick the Ruler got third. And Spiro Jin got fourth.
Nice.
Yeah, that was shocking, man. He's doing the World Warrior thing, dude. He drove 15 hours from New York to St. Louis just to play in that tournament. And he said he's going to plan to go to all the Wizard World things.
Wow.
He's going to try. He's going to try. He's coming back.
Okay, all right, impressive. That name, Spirojin, historically, he's one of those guys that was one of the best players in the country. I think he got second at EVO one year in Tekken, so...
Yeah, 2007.
But yeah, really, really solid player.
His highlight for me was when on Tekken Zaibatsu, Tom Hilfiger was calling him out, and his phone auto-corrected him to Sperm Jin, and then he kept calling him Sperm Jin for the rest of the post. That was impressive.
That's real close. It's only one letter, and they're right next to each other. Sperm Jin. I kind of like that.
Yeah, that's why I remember it.
All right. Well, we covered Sperm Jin. We covered all that shit. What are we forgetting? Well, Wednesday Night Fights happened.
The season is over. Christian Terrian won the season. Snake Eyes got second. I think Futile got third.
Man,
something like that.
That stream has gone from being just regular esports arena to like nothing but annoying ass Eris subs and a bunch of Via face fucking superimposers, right? That's all
Dude,
it is.
It's great.
You like that shit?
I like the Via face photoshops, man. Those Twitter guys are on point.
Annoying ass fucking Via face
yeah, who
memes.
the fuck could make a Via
Can't
face?
Can't stand that shit.
Yeah.
Jesus. Anyway, how's Wednesday Night Fights going? How's that going?
The shit just turns into a meme fest halfway through.
I've noticed.
Yeah. That shit is crazy.
Half of them aren't even funny, and Sajam is laughing like he's never even heard of a joke in his life. Sajam laughs so hard at those, it's crazy.
If you see the way he's laughing, you see Kyobi behind the one that's putting them on.
I thought
this is why I scream.
Well, anyway, these guys are laughing their fucking asses off so hard, it's like they never even heard of a punchline in their lives. So, yeah, it's good shit. I'm down. It's a little disappointing to me to see that, I don't know, there aren't enough superstars. Where are the superstars at Wednesday Night Fights, right? It's just because of the location, right?
Well, who's the superstar now?
Who are you looking for?
Snake Eyes is the only one, right?
I guess maybe Dragon Eyes or who the fuck else is there? Nobody? SoCal's whack?
Everyone moved up north.
Yeah, I guess
Justin Wong is gone. So is Flo.
Yeah. I mean, all the big names.
Well,
like
Chris G doesn't go.
He goes sometimes.
Yeah. He goes sometimes, but not
you're right.
He lives
often.
far.
Yeah, I mean, that's basically what it is. It's kind of out there. People like Hung B, you know? People like the faces that you only used to see at Wednesday Night Fights, and it was exciting to watch them play. I feel like those faces are less.
It still feels like exactly the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay.
Like Gutex was there.
You're right.
He's a superstar.
Let me think of someone other than Hung B. I don't fucking know.
Dude.
I think it's just your prejudice against the location.
Yeah, you got old in these 3 weeks, man.
Too far. But anyway,
it's too far for
whatever. You guys should definitely check it out if you're in the area. Santa Ana, there's an esports arena. Lord Valle is all over that shit. He's got every Wednesday. He's got secret fucking meeting dates for practicing. When is that shit? He's telling everyone to meet up on April 9th.
Yeah, this Saturday.
Yeah.
He's gonna run an old style Wednesday Night Fights like how he used to do it at Shigo BMX's garage.
Yeah.
So it's like he really wants to do like just a random like training session to help people level up or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Also, every Wednesday Night Fight, you see a random ass new girl on camera for no reason.
Yeah.
What was her name again, Rick? You can't even do it.
Nope, can't do it.
Okay.
Can't do what? What's the name?
Her name's Kitty Kaboom, but I replaced the K with a T.
Oh.
That's about it.
That's about right.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Yeah, I noticed a lot of that. I noticed Sherry was there. That's always cool.
Mm-hmm.
Still no super. Whatever. Nobody really cares anymore, right? It's kind of like fucking ancient history.
Is that where all the superstars are going to be? All the Hung Bees?
I don't know. Whatever. Okay, well, what else? What else is going on? Did we forget anything?
Probably.
Tekken 7, not a lot of news. They came out with Heihachi's new costume. It looks cool. People are happy.
Yeah, everyone likes new outfits.
I think little news like this is what people kind of need to survive. You know, oh, there was another tournament called Hype Spotting. I couldn't really tolerate it, so I turned it off.
Why couldn't you tolerate it?
I couldn't understand what the commentators were saying.
I bet you like those kind of commentators.
I have in the past. Okay, I have in the past when it's funny and like, you know, I don't know. I just this time I couldn't understand it, and it was kind of like maybe I caught it at a bad time. So I was just like, whatever, fuck this. There's other shit to watch, so I watched other shit. That's all I have to say about that. I mean,
okay.
I didn't recognize any of the players and the commentators. I didn't know what the hell they were saying, so I turned that shit off. What else you want me to do?
No, that's a viable reason. Just
Simple
curious.
as that.
Viable reasons. I don't disagree.
Mm-hmm. So, what else? Any other tournaments? Any other events coming up? This weekend is West Coast Warzone. I have no plans to go.
Next weekend.
That's next weekend?
Yeah, yes. It's not this weekend.
So what's this weekend?
The Vice training session.
Anything else this weekend? Anywhere in the country?
I don't think so.
Texas Showdown?
Nope.
No?
That's the weekend after West Coast Warzone.
So there's nothing going on tonight, huh?
Yeah. Alice, where's your calendar?
Oh, Street Fighter V Crash in Korea.
Oh, yeah.
I think could be this weekend.
I heard some of the teams.
Oh, okay.
So, I think the team Razor is Shan, Infiltration, Fudo.
Nice.
Holy shit.
I think there's like an Asian team, which is like Gamer B and like two other guys I never heard of.
Yeah.
Or maybe like Human Bomb or something. I'm not sure. I think there's a Japanese team in there too, but I'm not too positive what the teams are. I'm sure there's somewhere there.
Let me ask you something. You mentioned Team Razor. I heard that they fucked up a controller again. Did that happen at FR?
Dude, FR was crazy. Like everyone had a stick problem.
Yeah, all three players had a stick problem. So basically, two of the three, which are Fudo and Jian, had like some prototype or some shit. And so those fucked up. Yeah, they kept the guy saying something about prototypes. I don't know if it was those two guys that got it or Infiltration got it. Infiltration stick fucked up and he still won. So
yeah,
he was okay with his, but Fudo and Shan got fucked up over it.
That's crazy, man. Razor has a bad reputation at this point. It's the
But-
final
but-
round of sticks.
From what I've heard, that they said that they're gonna allow their players to just play on whatever until the actual like real stick comes out.
Cool. No events this weekend. Oh, sorry. I think I interrupted you in the middle of some shit. Oh, you were talking about Street Fighter Crash.
In terms of who?
I don't know. Whatever. Fuck it. Street Fighter Crash is this weekend.
Is that tournament the same format as Tekken Crash, where it's like one game?
I assume. I have very little info on that. I don't know.
Yeah, Street Fighter 5 in one game is gonna be interesting.
Yeah, it's true.
That's like a regular team tournament, though.
Yeah.
So next weekend is West Coast Warzone.
Following
Any
weekend
of you
is
guys
Texas
going
Showdown.
to that?
I signed up. Hopefully, I'll be there. There's free
Whoa.
pizza if you sign up. So I'm amped for the pizza.
If I sign up at the door, do I get put into a cool pool or what?
You get the pizza pool.
Who?
Who?
Pizza pool? That sounds sweet. Combine those two things, I'm down. Pizza pool? Well, I don't know. I don't have any plans on going to that.
And then the following week is Texas Showdown.
And
then
obviously,
the following
I'm not
week
going to that.
is Northwest Majors.
I am going to that. Northwest Majors in Seattle, Washington. This is going to be my third one. I'm real excited. I always love that tournament. Seattle is really cool. They got good food. There's a hot dog place that was good. That was like right down the way from the tournament.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, I'm in, man.
Dispensaries.
I'm down. I'm gonna take hand sanitizer this time. There's no way they're gonna get me with that anthrax shit. No way.
There's a Red Bull Kumite happening sometime later. I think it's gonna be the first appearance of Diego.
What?
Yeah, Dago is gonna be playing at that. And also, that reminds me, fucking Dragon Eyes is so esports, he's playing NBA Jam with random fucking NBA players.
Yeah,
At their house and shit. I don't know where that was, but
he was playing against Harrison Barnes of the Golden State Warriors.
isn't that crazy?
The
Fuck-
hell?
It's fucked up that guy lives in SoCal and yet he's up there playing with the Warriors. Come on, what kind of traitor is that?
I can't believe that he's so esports now. That's like next level shit. He's gonna be playing golf with Tiger Woods, or whatever golf game, Mario Golf,
Mario Golf,
or whatever. 10-pin alley. Who's a famous bowler?
Homer
Woody
Simpson.
Woody Harrelson. Yeah, he's good. Okay, so what else? Are we ready to call bitches? I think we're done, right? We didn't miss any games. We didn't miss anything. I mean, I'm sure we missed some shit, but nothing that I care about.
Yeah, we can talk about it next week. That's what next week's there for.
Yeah, exactly. That sounds right.
Next week is there for us to amend our mistakes.
Yeah, I guess. Go ahead, plug your shit. You're playing Yakuza tonight or what?
Yes, I'm gonna be playing Yakuza Kiwami or some shit. It's this random Japanese game that no pants. This is all no pants. Shit. I'm basically no pants streaming right now. He gave me the mic. He also gave me this game. I'm gonna stream it later tonight. It's all in Japanese, so I have no idea what's going on. So I'm gonna translate it live.
So and what is that?
I mean, what?
Is it like Yakuza 5 or 6 or what is that?
It's Yakuza 1, I believe, but remade for the PlayStation 4. Yeah, so there's that. I'm gonna be streaming that on my Twitch channel, Rickstah. You can follow me on there and on Twitter, same name.
Yeah, it's in the title.
Yes.
Rip, go ahead.
Yeah, nice title, Dick. What the hell? Rip.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. You guys can follow me not at Rip, but at REEPAL on Twitter. I haven't been streaming this week.
A few weeks, man. I forgot that.
It's all good.
Whatever.
It's all good. I got that Oculus thing, man. I haven't tried it out yet. It's still in the box, and I
can't believe you haven't tried that yet.
I'm just busy. I've been busy this week. I had like a lot of doctor's appointments and shit, so whatever. I'll figure it out. But I also got my Wii U in the box, so one day I'll stream Pokken and Oculus and shit. And
you should do a straw poll.
I did one, and people voted for Oculus.
I did too.
Over Pokken. So yeah, Twitch.tv.
Pokken, worst can, dude. Who cares about that?
Dude, there's like 30-something people who played it at Wednesday Night Fights.
Sweet.
you know how many people watched it on Twitch, actually?
How many people watch it on Twitch?
Like 30.
Damn! There's more people in the tournament?
Those 30 people are all watching it on their cell phones.
Dude, that shit. I remember, I think it was Glenn, GYT. He tweeted about how, like, Pokken was, like, so shitty in terms of stream numbers.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen the Twitch numbers. I'm like, wow, there ain't nobody watching this shit. So that's why I've just been not streaming it or opening the box. But anyway, Twitch.tv, level up your game. That's what it'll be.
I thought it was about the love of the game for you, man. Now it's all about fucking max CPM?
Dude, look, I'm a competitor, Aris. You know, I'm already the champion. Like, I'm done. Like, what else do I need to do with that game? You know, it's like I've been there, done that.
Bro, it's not just about competition. What about the casuals?
You got that covered. Content. You got that covered, man.
Come on, I want to watch. There's no coverage.
I want to watch.
I'm a casual. I want to watch some Pokken, man.
All right, man. I'll hook it up. I'll open the box one day. Jesus.
Good shit. Okay. What else? Did the PS4 announce their VR shit yet?
Yeah, it's $3.99, I think it is.
When does it come out?
October, I think.
Wow, that's a long time from now.
It is. Yeah, the HTC Vive also just came out, and oh my god. All right, this is gonna transition to my bitch calling. So, the HTC Vive comes out, right? And they're partnered with like Steam VR or some shit. And I've got the Oculus, and they've got the Oculus Store. Both these goddamn headsets are for the PC, but the software isn't compatible across the two of them. It's like you have a BenQ monitor. Well, you can't run that shit on your Asus monitor. You know, this game's only for BenQ monitors. It's retarded. Totally retarded.
It's each of them are saying fuck you to the other one, right?
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
They're trying to treat,
obviously. They're
treating themselves like they're their own console, but they're both running on a PC.
Do you remember when the Xbox 360 had HD DVDs and the PS3 had what's that shit called? Blu-rays? And people were like, "This is the war. Why can't I use my Blu-rays on my Xbox?" That's how it is when anything is new. They're trying to win the war, and when the war is won, the Xbox is going to be like, all right, now you can play Blu-rays on the Xbox. Man, fuck all that.
That's because those things are like physically different, though. You need like a different laser in your freaking drive to read it. They didn't have to
make them that way, though. That's my point. They made them different so they could be dicks, and that's probably what they're doing with these VR things.
But they don't make them different. They have the same screens and shit, man. They both plug in a USB 3.
In some way, they're making them
in the software.
Whatever, man. I don't know. That's why, though. That's why they're doing it.
Both of those companies are bitches, man.
They all have a fucking agenda, man. Why do I have to get Windows 10 to play Killer Bitch Stink?
Yeah, dude.
It's an agenda. They're trying to push shit down my throat.
Man.
Yeah, they're bitches. I'm with you on that one. They're all bitches. That's the reason Bloodborne is stuck in 30 frames per second on a shitty PS4. PS4 is fucking trash, dude. You know why? Let me tell you why.
Why?
They just came out, Lord Namco gave me a review copy of Dark Souls 3, and that's just because I'm eating sports. I had to ask him. I'm not eating enough sports for them to give it to me without asking, right? I asked them, they were like, here's a review copy. I'm playing on PC, and the game is running on the Bloodborne engine, so it's very visually similar to Bloodborne. However, it's so fucking saddening to me that this shit is available in 60 frames per second, which really takes it to a whole nother level, while Bloodborne is stuck on this fucking trash console, holding it back at 30 frames per second. It is truly a travesty, if you ask me, that that's the way Bloodborne will be forever, you know? So, personally, I'm not happy about that. PS4, if you think about the PS4, the only thing on it is Bloodborne. Street Fighter is on PC, nothing else is exclusive. I talk a lot of shit about the Xbox One, but to me, the PS4 is trash too. Both of them suck.
I mean, imagine PlayStation VR, right? PlayStation VR, the refresh rate is going to be 90 to 120. So the frame rate of the games have to run at 90 and 120 frames per second, and games like Bloodborne can only run at 30. So imagine what the graphics are going to have to look like to run at 90 or 120 frames per second on a PS4.
Man, I mean, I don't know. And the fucked up thing is, in the end, you can't even say PC is the master race, because PC is being held back by these consoles because they don't want the PC to become so advanced that the consoles don't sell. They want to keep the PCs back. No, don't release that dope-ass pimps-only graphics card yet. Let's sell 1 million PS4s, piss off 1 million people, then we'll fucking release the dope shit for people to get pissed. Man, fuck all that shit, dude. It's all agendas. Windows 10, fucking killer bitch thing.
Man, you guys are pissed.
Yeah, man, it sucks, dude. When you play Dark Souls 3, if you did the Pepsi challenge between Dark Souls 3 and Bloodborne, and you were a big fan like I am, you would probably feel the same way. I mean, I really feel that way. It's like, you know, it's unfortunate that that's the way these games are gonna be forever. You're stuck. Just because of money. Big dollary dues. Anyway, I guess that's our bitch callings. That was like a tag team effort.
Can you hit up someone at Namco to get me Project Cars?
What's that?
What the hell is that?
It's a car racing game, but it works on Oculus, and I don't want to pay $60 for it.
Hey, you know the same someone at Namco that I'm trying to hit up is the same fucking guys you kick it with at every Wizard World tournament. All you gotta do is fucking email them, bro.
It's gonna be a month before I go to another one, man.
Get the fuck out of here. You were just chilling with them last weekend. What do you want me to do it for?
I'm saying I didn't know about Project Cars till I got back that weekend, man.
Look, this transitions into my bitch calling.
And just tell them, listen, Eris said you'd hook me up. I'm kidding.
Okay. All right, I got it. I'll email him tonight.
Whatever, man. I mean, just ask. I'm sure they'll hook you up, man. You're eating enough sports. That's one of the commentators. Did you see the way Tasty Steve asked that guy fucking Eric for a copy of the game? Tasty Steve.
Hey man, are you guys selling this shit here at this event?
Oh man, Tasty Steve, right? He's a commentator. He's an official commentator for Namco. He's being flown around to do fucking commentary, right? He's being introduced to one of the head honchos. We're talking the Commissioner Gordon of the Namcops, right? He introduces himself. He's like, "Hey, what's up, man? Can I get some free shit or what? I'm one of your commentators. Let me get a copy of Naruto." I'm like, oh my god, come on, bro. You just shook his hand. Your hand is still fucking warm from shaking his hand and you're asking him for free shit? Unbelievable. If that guy could get away with it, just fucking ask him for free shit.
Yeah. Eris told me you guys were going to hook me up with it.
Yeah. Anyway, okay, good shit. Follow everybody up. Rickstah with 3 E's. Insomnotech, that's my roommate.
He's got to still make his bitch calling, dude.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Oh man, I had a good transition, and then you went on this whole Tasty Steve rant. Now the transition's brewing.
Go ahead, it's brewing.
It's brewing.
Chicago or what is it? UCLA brewing.
UCLA, man, yeah, brewing.
Basically, my bitch calling is anyone that messages me trying to tell me to tell you guys something. Because fuck those guys. I had some asshole on PSN was like, "Yo, tell Aries he's a bitch," and I'm like, why? First off, I don't give a shit. Why are you telling me this? Who the fuck are you? Aris, you're a bitch because this guy told me to tell you he's a bitch.
Well, I hope you know what you just did. Everyone in this chat who wants me to know that I'm a bitch, you know how I'll find out. I'm not going to read any of your messages. Let me tell you something.
I fucked up. I read it.
Let me tell you something. I got another bitch calling.
Oh, yeah. I got one, too.
Okay. People send me a lot of messages. Right? The ones that are more than fucking this long, I'm not going to read them. You guys, I'm sorry. Sometimes people, you know that guy, TMDO2? You know who that guy is? He makes combo videos, right? And I like him. I'm a fan of his. I'm subscribed to him. I've complimented him personally on his videos before. He sent me a direct message asking me about the combo system of Soul Calibur 2 for the purposes of making a combo video. That shit was so long, I fucking deleted it. I didn't even read a fucking word. And it's not because I don't like the guy. It's because I don't give a shit. There's never been a message that long that was fucking important. I don't care. If you're going to send me a message, either email it to me or if you're going to DM it to me, character limit that shit. I don't want a 200-word essay. Okay? I don't want a 200-word essay and a story. I don't want to hear it.
Isn't 200 words like one paragraph?
Yeah, that's an old meme on Twitch. Remember, people would go, "Damn it, you're streaming and I have to do a 200-word essay." And then you would go, 200-word essay? That's such a short essay. And then they would go, got him. Stupidest shit ever, man. I watched that Counter-Strike Go tournament, the MLG tournament. There was like 500,000 people watching this shit, right? Mm-hmm. The cameraman would like pan towards the crowd, and there was like a sea of fucking stoners doing the vape nash. Everyone was doing the vape nash. Oh. Stoners as far as the eye could see. And then they would point the camera at like a really attractive woman, and then the woman would be like, "Hey Joey, look, the camera's pointing," and it turned out to be a MILF, right? So the Joey was the kid right next to him. The chat room's going ape shit saying MILF, and there's Twitch cops in the chat banning everybody that's saying MILF. So they're like firing away. It's like crazy. They're shooting down motherfuckers in the chat. So I had to get in there too. MILF. I mean, it was just like the moment they started banning people for saying MILF was the moment when everyone dropped what they were doing, stopped making the omelet, go to the keyboard, MILF. And then walk away, It was like, it's so stupid the way that shit works. Anyway, you're a bitch calling?
Nah, this guy, GT Abstract, hit me up at final round. He's all like, "Hey, man, you got to work on those bitch callings." And I was like, "Are you fucking serious?" And then he comes into my chat when I come back, and he tells me to call his friend a bitch for who gives a shit reason. I was like, "Are you serious? This is your recommendation for me to improve my bitch calling?" Separately, there was a guy earlier in this chat room right now. I don't remember his name because I didn't care that much. But he told you, Eris, to tell me to change my clothes because I wore this last night. You've worn the same shit for like 10 years, dude. And he's telling you to tell me to change my sweater? That guy's a dumbass. I don't even think it's a bitch. He's just a dumbass. Go on.
What did you say?
Yeah.
What about me, is it? He wants me to tell you that you're a bitch because you are wearing the same clothes?
The same hoodie. It's not even the same shirt I wore yesterday.
You sound real sensitive about it, though. Is it the same outfit?
It's just the same hoodie. I'm saying the only reason I'm sensitive about it is because he didn't mention you always wearing the same shirt. Always.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. People say that kind of thing all the time, but I don't really make a big deal about it because I know it's a different shirt. I'm not really sensitive about it. But if it were the same shirt...
I'm just saying the level of stupidity was so high that it bothered me, that's all. It's not about my clothes.
I'm just saying it sounds like you're probably wearing the same outfit because you're real sensitive about it right now, and I'm chilling with a clean black shirt on and some black shorts on. I'm feeling pretty good.
Cool, man.
Damn, this show ended good. All right. Well, sorry about the 3-week delay, but podcast back, I guess. We'll see what happens next week.
See you next month.
Yeah, once a month sounds good.
Yeah, we should start doing that. We have way more to talk about.
No, there won't be. We barely remembered all the topics. All the toppings. All right. Lord Chat Room, we're going to wrap it up. See you guys next week. Thanks for joining us. Where's my mouse? Oh, God. It's invisible.